For every beloved character, there's also one who's hated by everyone. Hi, I'm Twinworks, and today we're diving into the world of Elmore to compare the most beloved character from the amazing world of Gumball against those who have been hated by everyone. As we'll explore through this video, numerous factors contribute to a character's redemption, including their personality, story, and role in the show. Let's start with one of the most hated characters, Miss Simian.
I love the smell of despair on a Monday morning.
Miss Simian is basically every terrible teacher rolled into one. An ancient, grumpy, and proudly unpleasant. She seems to have made her life's mission to make Gumball's school's experience as miserable as possible. Instead of educating, she thrives on chaos, especially when it comes to sabotaging her students. Imagine being a full-grown adult and still finding time to plot against a 12-year-old.
Excellent.
This feels more like a bad villain than just a mean teacher. Fans rank her as the first most despised character in the entire Gumball universe. Cartoon Network literally made a compilation called Everyone Hates Miss Simian. Everyone knows she doesn't like her students, especially Gumball. That seems more like a punishment and has an attitude that says she should have been retired a long time ago. But episodes like The Apology, we see that her dislike for Gumball comes from a silly misunderstanding.
Are you trying to say that you only did this to save my reputation, my job, and my relationship?
In The Fraud, we learn that she has been pretending to have qualifications just to keep her job, showing that she is also struggling and vulnerable.
Sometimes I lied about my age to get this job. I'm not quite the spring chicken you think I am.
Love to hate her or hate to love her, Miss Simian isn't just a terrible teacher. She is a hilarious, awful force of nature that adds chaotic charm and an unaccepted depth to the amazing world of Gumball. If Miss Simian the reason some fans would skip school, Gumball is the reason they would want to come back. The sarcastic blue cat is everything she isn't. Funny, emotional, and actually lovable. Gumball, the blue cat and the main character, is one of the most loved characters in the show. Even though he can be full of himself and sarcastic, fans love him because deep down, he has a kind and caring heart. In episodes like The Choices, where he shows love for his mom, Nicole.
Oh no, little man. This is a food war!
And The Shell, where he shows his real feeling for Penny.
And this is how I feel.
We see that Gumball is not just funny, but also emotional and kind. Fans enjoy his clever jokes and how loyal he is to his friends. One fan even said Gumball has a big and tender heart. Important episodes that shows this are The Choices and Shell. For funny moments, The Date and Remote are great examples where we can clearly see his funny side. In online polls and fan pages, Gumball is almost always one of the top favorite characters. He's also popular in memes and fan art, especially for his silly facial expressions. Also, some people said, I like him because of his stupidity, because sometimes it solves problems or makes things worse. We just talk about Gumball, a character full of fun and love. Now let's move on to a character who brings nothing but stress and control. Felicity, who's Penny's mom. She acts like a cartoon villain who wants to control everything. She is overprotective, always judging others, and just a little crazy. That's why she is one of the most hated parents in the amazing world of Gumball. In episodes like The Egg and The Blame, she acts like she is better than everyone.
Mother, why is that woman trying to pay for her groceries with scraps of newspaper?
She probably didn't study hard at school, dear.
She thinks her house rules are perfect just because her house is clean and strict. She also always argues with Nicole and bans fun things like video games and books. One fan even said she is on a whole different level of annoying. But the crazy part, in episode The Law, where she goes completely crazy, driving an ice cream truck just because Donald Cup lets Gumball jaywalk. She goes full psycho mode over jaywalking. Cartoon logic, sure, but fans saw it as the final straw. It was so over the top that fans started calling her a Karen. Felicity is the kind of character who makes every situation worse. In The Egg, she goes wild just because Penny eats something unhealthy. In The Blaine, she wants to control what other kids play or read. And the way she screams, "No games!"
I call for a total ban on all video games in Elmore.
That moment became a meme. People use it to make fun of strict parents. While characters like Miss Simian are hated in a funny way, Miss Simian is just annoying. Fans on Reddit threads constantly rank her at the top of the most hated Gumball characters. And it's not hard to see why. She is not funny mean, she is just mean. And in a show full of chaos and heart, Felicity is one of the characters that nobody wants around. Felicity showed us what happens when a mom cares too much about control and snaps. Let's talk about a mom who stays strong for her family, even in chaos. Meet Nicole Watterson, the blue cat with a serious work ethic, a short temper, and even a bigger heart. She's the glue holding the Watterson family together, and honestly, Nicole isn't just a mom, she's the backbone of the whole household. She will cook dinner, run to work, and throw hands if anyone messes with her kids. In episodes like The Ape, Nicole doesn't just defend her children, she goes off on Miss Simian for disrespecting them. She shows us that love isn't soft sometimes, it's fierce.
Listen, Simian, you might have the rest of them fooled, but I don't trust you for a second.
One fan on Reddit called her a badass who really cares about her family. And honestly, that's spot on. She is tough, she is protective, and she's got one of the biggest hearts in the show. Nicole Watterson is, without a doubt, one of the most loved characters in the amazing world of Gumball. Nicole's the kind of character who earns your respect, strong, loyal, and fiercely loving. She doesn't need to act cool because she is cool without even trying. And there is Tobias Wilson, the exact opposite. Tobias wants to be Elmore's popular jock, confident, stylish, irresistible to everyone. But let's be for real, he's mostly just loud, cocky, and constantly trying way too hard. In episodes like Boys, Tobias tries to take Gumball's place as Darwin's best friend. And honestly, that moment hits fans hard.
Let's play tonight! Sleepover at yours?
Yeah, sure, we can have a sleepover. $20.
Like, don't mess with the dude, man. Then there is the fan, where Sarah, yes Sarah, crushes on Tobias. That's when you know things are getting weird. Like, keep in mind Sarah is one of the most hated characters as well. Reddit users and Gumball's forums are full of posts mocking him. Some say he thinks he's the main character, but really, he's just there to make you roll your eyes. With his loud voice, flashy clothes, and despair needs to be cool, Tobias isn't just annoying, he's delightfully hateable. And in a show full of quirky personalities, that's saying something. And that's our list for the most loved and hated characters in the amazing world of Gumball. Do you agree with this pick, or did I miss someone you think deserve a spot? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I would love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya!